everyone. My name is David Dickert, the esports coordinator for Southern Mississippi, and welcome to the esports arena.
The first stop in our brand new USM Esports Arena is the production station. Here, as you can see, is lights, camera, audio, OBS, big player, OBS is.
This is our casting desk. Here our casters give real-time in-game analysis, extremes, the best you'll ever receive from USM Esports. Whether it be insane overtime matches or insane 1v3s.
The Astro is going to be inside of Arda. She's going to peek around the corner, finds one, finds two, finds three! Jason! Perfect accuracy!
Main stage where a bunch of our teams and players compete against other colleges and universities across the United States. Here they play games, matches, all that fun stuff.
This is where the hours are put in. Here on the practice stage is where our players are given time and resources to be able to hone their skills and be able to perform on the main stage.
This year at Southern Miss Esports, we are introducing varsity and academy teams. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's the difference between varsity and academy team? Varsity teams are going to be our most highest level of competition here at Southern Miss Esports. Those titles including Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch, Rocket League, Valorant, and Rainbow Six Siege. Our academy teams are those who are trying to get into esports. Our academy teams are open to anyone who may want to get started in esports. Games like Super Smash Bros., Overwatch 2, and Valorant have already established academy teams. So if you or anyone you know is interested in starting esports, be sure to come by and learn more about our academy teams. Oh, hi, didn't see you there. This is our conference tables. When our teams aren't competing on the main stage, they're right here, strategizing, reviewing film. As you see right now, our Rocket League team reviewing for their game against Ole Miss next week. This is where the magic happens. This is where the strategizing happens. This is where losers become winners.
Huh? You guys are making me nervous. All right. Shut up, Jason.
4, 3, 2, 1. Last one.
Okay, here it comes.
Yeah.
Arena, brand new. Alrighty, let's start again. Had to let that out, sorry. Had to get it.
Thank you so much. It's My name is David Dickert. I am the esports coordinator for the University of Southern Mississippi, and my role is to make sure students are having a great student experience while also managing and planning and cultivating pretty much everything that has to do with esports. We've been competing over the past 2 years in a combination of conferences, and one of the most important conferences for us is NACE, the National Association of Collegiate Esports. I serve on the competition council for them as well. And so, we compete in all the games that NACE offers, and we compete in another conference as well. Fortnite got 9th in the national championships for no build. It was out of like 47, 50 teams that qualified for nationals. Our League of Legends team did really well, went to the national championships against New Mexico in the other conference we compete in. Unfortunately, we lost, but that was a huge step up from the year before, and I think that was even before we were using FitGamer. Valorant team is looking as strong as ever. I got a fresh new group of students in, transfers from all across the country, as well as internationally. We have players from Brazil, Venezuela, Canada, Puerto Rico. And so they're all coming in for that. And so, all these teams are doing fantastic. Rainbow Six actually won a national championship last year. It's fantastic. And I do think FitGamer has a huge part to play, because that stereotype is something I've been fighting for the better part of my entire life. Dipping into health and wellness is incredibly important. Not just physical health in terms of getting up and moving or stretching, which our players do, but also like taking care of your eyesight. The way that we are now staring at screens all the time, making sure you have glasses that can handle that, making sure that your eyes don't get damaged. And, after a lot of the news of injuries in esports related to like carpal tunnel or wrist injuries, people getting it before, traditional, historical cases have shown, I think health and wellness is how we prepare the next generation for those kinds of hurdles. There's a reason that these professional players are doing it, and that's because it's good for their players. And in turn, it yields positive results. So at USM, I also serve on the mental health task force. And what that is a group of staff members who work with students to identify positive mental health resources on and off campus. You know, when I talk to a lot of players and they're comfortable sharing, they mention that esports and the space, the structure, the competition, it's provided them with not just a social space that they're comfortable in, but also a routine that allows them to not just eliminate bad habits, but start new ones. Being able to put in a habit of before every game, before you go on stage, you do 20 minutes of mindfulness. That's a fantastic habit to have. Maybe you go outside, you sit in the sun, you watch the squirrels, you watch nature, you stretch, you do jumping jacks. And exercise has a very positive impact on mental health. That's been shown in multiple psychological and kinesiology studies. It's the way I describe it to players is if you take care of yourself, your grades will improve. You'll be able to stay in esports, and esports will be that cyclical habit creation that leads you to success in the classroom and outside of the classroom. Not only that, but it'll combat things like depression. It'll combat things like anxiety. It'll combat things that students will have a very hard time dealing with. And the number one thing is stress. That is something that every person in college, unfortunately, is going to come across. And how you deal with that stress is very important. If you deal with it in an unhealthy way, you create bad habits that are detrimental to your body, which lead to a poor quality of life. If you handle it positively, then you're able to tackle it in a healthy way. And esports is one of those things that people think would be a negative way to approach stress, but it depends on how you do it. There's quite a bit, but every single thing that I could say revolves around one core aspect of what a university is, and what it's meant to do. So I would say being able to have a positive impact on students' lives, being able to help as much as I can in whatever I can to the best of my ability, and being able to provide a space that students feel safe and welcome.
Hey guys, welcome back to Southern Miss Esports. My name is Emily and I'm here with
Taco.
And today we're going to be casting Overwatch. Are you excited?
I am really excited for this match. Not an Overwatch player, however, I did play for 2 hours today just to try and get a hang of the game. It is really fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's It's just a brighter form of COD. That's what I like to think about this game. I used to play this game a lot when it first came out with Overwatch 2. When it came, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, they did a whole revamp on the game. I started playing it on that, and then I stopped playing it after it got really, like, toxic. But I've heard it's getting better. They got some new characters coming out, Juno being the newest release on support. Juno is my favorite character currently because of the fact that she's like a little Mars like astronaut. I love her. But today we have Southern Miss playing, who are we playing? LSU. Oh, LSU? Why did no one tell me this? Okay. Okay. But we have a pretty good roster here today. This is our main Overwatch roster. I don't know. You've never met these people. So, our tank, St. JJ, he is top 500. That's what I've heard. He's really good. Then we have our DPS, Starkey and Hilt. And then our supports are Mimic and Steezy. I know some of these people from the original main roster from last year, but there are some changes.
Yeah, I'm a freshman. I don't know anybody. I mean, obviously, everyone was really nice. I asked them for help yesterday on how to learn Overwatch prepping for this because, you need to be a good caster and need to know the game I'm playing. They were all very open to help.
Yes. This game is like, I wouldn't say super complicated. It's kind of like if you know FPS and you've played something similar to like the Overwatch game, then you kind of have like an idea of how this game runs. It's essentially just a first-person shooter with abilities and you have objectives. I think it's probably one of the most easier games that you can learn. The characters, since there's so many characters right now, it's kind of difficult to kind of learn the characters like right off the get-go. Like we did just like throw a bunch of characters in your head. You probably don't know the character names.
I know how they look and majority how they play. If I see them, I'd be able to tell, oh yeah, that's this character.
Yeah. Okay. So Overwatch. I think for our like game modes, we're gonna be playing Control, Hybrid, and Escort. Control is just essentially your team gets the point and caps the point. Hybrid is you cap a point and then you move a payload. And then Escort is you escort something, essentially. I don't know exactly. I think it might be the robot one where you escort the robot and he pushes a wall, but it also might be you just escort a payload. Okay. I cannot remember exactly.
Map 1 is Lijiang Tower Control.
Map 1 is Lijiang Tower Control. I love Lijiang Tower. It's one of my favorites.
The Japanese map?
Lijiang? It's China. It's China. There's a bunch of like Asian maps. There's Busan, which is Korea. Okay. And then there's some other ones in between.
Yeah. All right.
There's literally a map called Hollywood. It's just Hollywood. It's like you're behind, you're in like Hollywood studios.
Oh, okay.
So you're like behind the scenes. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
But there's a lot of maps on here. But Lijiang Tower Control, you control the point.
Yeah. Interesting. So for Control, there's no attack defense. You're just trying to control a point, right?
Yes, you just go to a point.
For Hybrid, there is an attack defense, right?
Yes. So each game mode, they have different maps. So Lijiang Tower, I don't know if it has a hybrid. I'm not 100% positive. Do not quote me on that. I haven't touched this game in a hot minute, nor do I pay attention to the game modes and the stuff that I play. So for right now, we do know it's Lijiang Tower.
Okay. Sweet. Sweet. And then Escort, obviously, another attack and defense.
Yes. It's just basically you fight people for an objective.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. So while we're waiting, what?
We're not facing LSU. We're facing Western Kentucky.
So oopsies. Oopsies. We're facing Western Kentucky. Not LSU. So we were misinformed twice.
It is okay, though.
It is A-okay.
We still have to play our game.
But yeah. Any questions?
So what is meta? Do you know any meta at all?
So I know a lot of the meta supports currently. Meta support right now is Juno. When she was released, she was made for the meta, essentially. That's what people say. Yes, we're ready.
Sweet.
We are ready. We're about to get in to the first game, Lijiang Tower. It's a best of 3, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. This is the best of 3, not a best of 5. So we're going to look at our characters, look at our players in a second. We'll be switching in a quick moment. Should be happening right about now. I was just informed changing when we start. Anyways, follow us on Twitter at USM Esports and at Southern Miss Esports on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Follow us. So you can catch any new information that we're releasing, any new events, any new lands, new games coming out, game days. You got to make sure you follow us on stuff. Please follow us.
Been posting weekly recaps on, I'm pretty sure, our Instagram and our TikTok.
Yes,
So go watch those to
weekly
see how we're
recaps. It seems like we're having a little bit of something happening. What happened?
The string code instead of SEC standard code, so just wrong settings.
Okay, we're on the wrong settings. It's gonna take a second. They're gonna fix it up. They're on scrim settings and not SEC.
SEC, yeah, just different settings. I don't know if they said
SEC. Just wrong codes. Yeah.
Technical
So you get to see our lovely faces for a little bit longer.
Yep.
But I don't know. Other metas that I do know of in support is Lucio's kind of busted right now. Same with our team plays Lucio, Brig, Ana. Ana's pretty broken right now. I see a lot of Ana people playing because she has that ultimate and she has that sleep that's really game changing if like a tank is about to like engage. It's a pretty game changer character. I'm used to like so many different games, so if I call like the people in this game agents, I do apologize. That's my Valorant terminology coming out. Sometimes I'll call them champions. That's my League of Legends terminology. I don't know what they're called in here. Character agents. I don't know what they're called.
No idea.
I could ask at like the Overwatch people, but no one's paying attention.
It's okay. Do you know any damage meta? Like, is Junkrat and Genji still good?
No.
No?
No, I think most of the damage you see nowadays is you see Tracer most of the time. She's always up in the back line. Tracer, I see a lot of Soldier, but like in competitive play, I see a lot of Soldier, not in like collegiate. So I see Tracer, I'll see Ashe, because Ashe is really good. I don't really know what else. May is really, you see a lot of May nowadays, because May and her wall and her ult, ooh, it can really do so much. I like to describe May's wall and the way that people use it sometimes. In Valorant, the new agent that came out, she has like this thing where if you walk over her wall, it like sets up and it like cuts you off from your team. So May does the same thing and can cut you off from the rest of your team, and they can get an easy pick.
Sweet.
I think that's most of the DPSs that I know of that are meta right now. Might change. But it looks like we're getting into it. As we see, we have Orisa, Ashe, we have a Symmetra, Juno, and Brig from the side of Southern Miss, and then we have a Orisa. It looks like, oh, we're getting right into it. JJ taking a lot of damage here. The healers have to do a lot. Starkey doing a lot, but they have to back up Southern Miss. It's going to be quite hard of a battle as Western Kentucky is pushing them pretty hard here. Not a lot of healing. They're trying to pick up the packs. Seems like we got a Brig down on the side of Southern Miss. Juno is really low. Not a lot of ultimates we can see here. They're just, Western Kentucky is really pushed up on them right now. And as you can see, Western Kentucky did get the first part of the point. They're gaining some percentage right now, so Southern Miss does have to engage, and here we do. We get an engage from St. JJ getting 2, and then Hilt Smash getting 1. It is, and then another one out of Brig. Now we're on the point here. Arissa doing some damage to the other Arissa, killing her. Or him, sorry, I apologize. And now we're capturing the point. Southern Miss getting onto the board.
I mean, that was a 5-player kill streak right there for Southern Miss, I'm pretty sure.
It was, I think it was a pretty good. They got them all off the point, killed them all. It was really good.
I mean, they're gonna have to hold this down right now.
Mm-hmm.
Juno and Arissa, very close to their ults. Gonna be really good on defense. I assume that kills charge ults too.
Any sort of damage does charge uses ults.
Sweet.
So as we can see, Arissa with her first ult doing, I think that didn't kill anybody, if I'm not mistaken. St. JJ killing the Arissa on the other team of Western Kentucky, and Brig getting the Farah.
That was almost a near squad wipe right there.
So Southern Miss is defending. I don't know if I did say that. I don't know why it says defending, attacking on top. It's just mostly attacking.
Yeah.
They're just attacking. I think I just said that out because I saw it at the top. But here we are. They're just trying to prevent Western Kentucky from pushing on to the point. You can see a lot. The Arissa coming in for an engage. The Arissa ulting from Western Kentucky. JJ trying to push them off. We have our Genji trying to kill the Farah. We have the Western Kentucky just doing their best to get onto the point and get some percentage in. Southern Miss is currently at 70%.
Genji ult popped right there by Hilt.
So
Rolling. Ends up getting the Brig on Western Kentucky's side. Western Kentucky holding 3 ults right now. Just waiting for a good position to use them.
Starkey is down, but Arissa and the I can't remember her name for the life of me, is also down on the side of Western Kentucky. Southern Miss still has the point, and they have 94%. It's almost at overtime where it concludes if Southern Miss wins the first round.
Yeah.
The objective is secured. Southern Miss gets the first objective. That is really good for them.
What a dominant first little match there.
They made sure that Western Kentucky couldn't get onto the point. They made it very apparent that even if Western Kentucky was trying to push, they just couldn't get there. The tank was really preventing all of that from happening. And we could see the DPS was doing a lot of damage to also prevent it. The heals were amazing. You could see that. I don't think JJ died at all. Or maybe once. I don't know. I wish we could tell. But we're getting some changes here for their comp on the side of Western Kentucky. We have a Hanzo and a Symmetra again. We're also getting a Symmetra and a Mei out of Southern Miss here. But it seems like they switched out of the Symmetra to the Genji. It's actually a pretty smart play. It's a pretty smart play to get them teleported closer, get them right onto the point quick as possible. Southern Miss trying to get some kills here. Starkey getting low. Starkey dying to the Arissa from Western Kentucky. Look at the pin on the Arissa here. Oh, wow. This is going great. Was that a Genji?
Yeah, it was a Genji. Arissa down for the side of Southern Miss.
Juno is very low here. Getting that one pick off is really good. Healer's down. Hanzo is also down. Trying to get this Arissa off the point so Southern Miss can cap it. It is being contested currently. 4-1. Is the Arissa going to die? Yes, from Brig. And now we get the Symmetra down also from Western Kentucky. And I think we're also getting the Farah down. That was not a Farah. I don't know who that was. That was Juno, probably.
Wow, Tracer being annoying as always. Just hitting Arissa from all sides.
That's Tracer. Southern Miss does have the point currently, and they're gaining some percentages. They're about to, yes, they're just now exceeding Western Kentucky 17%. Now they're going into attack here and engage to prevent Western Kentucky from pushing further up. They're doing a good bit of damage, but Starkey is down, and so is Brig for Southern Miss. This has to be an easy clean. We get a Hanzo down and a Brig for the side of Western Kentucky. So does a tank versus tank fight here.
Juno pops ult, Genji and Brig holding their ult for the side of Southern Miss. Just waiting to use them probably for defense, maybe for a clean sweep of this team once they get low. I mean, rolling. Southern Miss doing really well, 50% to 17% right now.
Everyone on the side of Western Kentucky does have their ultimates, and it seems like they are popping every single one of them besides the Hanzo ult.
Genji down, Orisa down for Southern Miss. Brig goes down. It's just the Juno and the Tracer left. Juno down. Western Kentucky almost cleaned that up really well. Manages to take the point, 60 to 30. They're gonna have to hold this really well.
They're gonna have to prevent Southern Miss from going in and fighting and getting all of them down, because if that can happen, then Southern Miss can cap the point.
Yeah, I mean, they used all of their ults for that push. They need to hold it down. Southern Miss obviously closer to all of their ults than...
We're getting a Hanzo ult out of the side of Western Kentucky. Brig is down, and it looks like... Oh no, so is Genji for the side of Southern Miss. It's a fight versus the tanks here. St. JJ going down by the Brig. And Western Kentucky still has the point.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful Western Kentucky defense right here. They want this point right here. They want to take this 1-1, need to tie this up. Looks like Starkey's going for a change.
Yep, we get a May coming out here. Probably good. If Starkey can get a really good ult here off of them, then Starkey can freeze the team and actually get a point to cap.
He's gonna have
We're getting a May wall, damage killing one, Symmetra killing one on the side of Western Kentucky. St. JJ getting the Symmetra back. Doing a lot of damage here, JJ. It's a fight between, we got an ultimate off of ult for JJ. He can pop it at any time. We're getting an ult off of Western Kentucky though, not doing any damage or killing anyone, I should say.
Orisa almost down.
Ooh, the Orisa down for Western Kentucky. Southern Miss now has the point again and is climbing. Western Kentucky is at 99%, so if Southern Miss dies here, then this point does go to Western Kentucky.
Yeah. Southern Miss really has that Orisa ult, gonna come in handy. Brig and May really close to their ults also. However, the Juno and whoever the Symmetra also have their ult. You know, it's going to be a really close battle here. Southern Miss is going to have to hold it down.
The Symmetra did ult. We're getting an ult out of St. JJ, doing a little bit of damage, killing the Symmetra, and now we're going after the... Oh, we got an ult out of Starkey that does a lot for them, as we are 96% out of for Southern Miss. If they get a cool... They did! They got a team wipe for them, so that is just another point for Southern Miss. They take the first one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was...
You see how fast it is?
That was very fast.
It's a very fast game. It is, isn't it just fun?
That is so fun to watch.
Here's the play of the game from the Orisa from Western Kentucky. Just watch how this one goes.
It's killing the Brig.
Like, these are the only things I noticed. I'm looking at it right now.
Killing
Yeah.
Juno.
Hey. You see how fast Overwatch is?
That was so fun to watch. I didn't think that'd be as thrilling as it was.
It's super thrilling. I like to be in it. So watching them play and watching these are really good fights out of Southern Miss and Western Kentucky. You can see on the second point or map, you could see, I wouldn't call it a map because we're not really, but I would say on the second half of the game, you could see Western Kentucky was trying their hardest and they were at 99%. They almost had it, but a cool and a quick team wipe out of Southern Miss prevented them from capping the point and getting that extra point, which it would make it go to a third round.
Yeah. I mean, that was a crazy game by both of them. What a use of their ultimates. I mean, saving that in a moment where they really needed it to team wipe the entire team.
Yeah.
Is just beautiful.
Yeah. But we had some really good, interesting fights for the second part of the second point that you saw. There was when Starkey switched over to that May. You saw a really good May wall as it cut off the tank from everybody else. So that was just a really good team wipe, and Southern Miss was able to cap that point from that.
Yeah. I mean, beautiful. Juno's ult really did come in handy there.
Juno's ult is probably really busted right now, as it does like mass healing and mass damage increase. So I think Juno is genuinely one of the best support players that we see now. I want to say Juno's ult is very similar to Zenyatta's. I don't know if you've ever seen Zenyatta. He's like the robot guy with the monk looking guy. It's very similar to that, but Juno is just Juno is just better. Like I said earlier in the stream, Juno was meant for comp play.
I mean, I can tell. Beautiful plays. I love the switch. It's Symmetra that does the portals, right?
The Symmetra? What do you
I'm
mean?
pretty sure. At the very beginning of that second round, I can't remember who it was, but they used a teleporter to teleport their team forward, walked backwards, switched
Starkey?
to the Genji.
No, it wasn't Starkey. It was Hilt.
We're running it back again because Western Kentucky didn't like how everyone was on 100 ping. So they want to run it back.
So the other team didn't like you guys on 100?
Basically, everyone's on 100, so they want to they're changing the ping location kind of wise and basically running the whole thing back again and validating that round.
Okay, I will clarify that for the people at home. So the custom game that both teams were in, everyone was at 100 ping, and the other team and our team did not like that. So we're gonna invalidate that round. I guess we were fine with it, but I'm just gonna say everyone agreed on doing a redo. A redo? So we're going to do a redo. Southern Miss did win that map, but we're going to try it again on Lijiang Tower for control. You get to see it again for the second time.
Yay,
You
hey.
get to see Lijiang Tower for the second time. Are you so excited?
I am so ready for this.
Okay, so I think we're going to see the same comps out of the teams here for this map. We're going to see a Symmetra, we're going to see a Genji, we're going to see a Tracer, we're going to see a Mei pick from time to time. Mei is actually really good on this map. I see her all the time, as her ult is like a freeze. It freezes everybody that is stuck in the ult. Sometimes when you get frozen in the ult, Mei can just come up to you and just like insta headshot you. It's kind of annoying, but that's the ult. That's the ult for you.
Yeah. It worked really well. I mean, getting those support kills off of that ult. I mean,
The Juno kill, I saw that one. She got frozen and head tapped, gone.
the team wipe. I mean,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So here we go. We're taking it back to Lijiang Tower control. So as you can see, same team comps. Here we go, activating Symmetra being changed into the Genji like we saw on the last map. Ooh, wow, a lot of damage being taken to St. JJ. We're getting a lot of heals too.
Looks like Noodle is playing that same Mei comp that Southern Miss played last map.
Probably for the best that we see that coming out. Orisa is cut off by the Mei wall. Beautiful, absolutely. I love that Mei wall there. Now we're seeing that Southern Miss is capturing the point currently. The other Western Kentucky is trying to get on the point, but the Mei wall is preventing them, and Southern Miss did get the point here. Starkey getting the kill off of the Symmetra. Southern Miss is pushing Western Kentucky really far. St. JJ falling to Noodle. What's gonna happen here?
Cuts off part of that, trying to slow them down. Without their tank, though, they really can't do much against this Orisa.
They gotta fall back here. Starkey using that ice like thing protects Mei, if you didn't know that.
Okay.
Protects some damage. But Western Kentucky did get the point, and they are climbing up, trying to pass Southern Miss here, but we got the tank back, so we're capturing the point, trying to do a lot of damage. We got a Mei ult going off. Oh my goodness! Good freeze out of Mei. St. JJ getting the Symmetra, and the Orisa got cut off, and she is dead. He is dead.
Both teams' Orisas have ults. The Genji has an ult for Southern Miss. The Brig has an ult. Juno popped her ult.
Oh no. Oh no. Poor Noodle getting caught there by St. JJ. Southern Miss does have the point currently and is climbing, and they're at 40% currently.
Southern Miss holding this down. 3 ults for Southern. Western Kentucky, though, almost has all 4 of their ults. Looks like the Symmetra popped her ult.
Oh, look at that triple kill out of St. JJ. And then another kill from the Symmetra on the other team.
May popped her ult for that one.
Oh,
For
wow.
Western Kentucky.
Starkey probably gonna die here, but Juno doing a lot of help. Doing a lot of healing. Starkey's fine. Starkey's fine. Starkey walks away from that.
Juno.
Starkey's gonna back up as, again, we're trying to get the tank back here. We're gonna get another engage out of Southern Miss. Western Kentucky does not have the point yet. It's still being contested. Right now we got another May ult here.
Brig goes down. Genji goes down for Southern Miss. Just looking for anything.
Southern Miss is preventing Western Kentucky to even get close to the point. And they're just going straight for it, killing, say, JJ getting Juno and Symmetra being killed by the Juno on our team. Noodle killing our Juno, say, JJ killing Noodle. It is just kill after kill. And overtime, Southern Miss getting this first point here on
Wow.
Lijiang Tower.
Beautiful. I mean, almost went the same as that first round went.
Very similar. Unfortunately, I think Western Kentucky wasn't able to get a point. But Southern Miss was able to hold it down, and you can tell they're very happy about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can see what you're saying about the May cutting off that Orisa from the rest of their team and just taking it down, because once that tank's gone, I mean, you really can't do anything. You just have to back up and wait for your
Yeah, the tank is a tank for a reason, and if you don't have your tank, it's just a little unfortunate.
Looks like they're gonna be running same comps as that game. No swaps that I am seeing so far.
Seems we got some good. This is a different part of Lijiang Tower. I love this area. I do. It is a very enclosed point, so it is quite difficult to get in. But the point has not unlocked yet. Southern Miss needs to get onto the point if they want to contest it.
Juno already down for Southern Miss though. I mean, early on, Southern Miss trying to play for their lives right here, waiting for that Juno to get back, 'cause that's their healer.
Yeah, they're backing up. The point is being currently taken by Western Kentucky right now. We're getting an engage. The tank being blocked off by May. Unfortunately, the Western Kentucky's tank was able to go around the wall, but our Orisa is doing a lot of damage to this team, throwing their spear. It is just a lot. Juno is down on the side of Southern Miss, and so is the Brig. Southern Miss has no supports right now.
Ash goes down for Southern Miss also. Western Kentucky taking it. Oh, Orisa down too. Man. Western Kentucky wants this so bad. So far, they've held the point the entire time.
Yeah.
20, 30 and counting to 0.
We're getting a Genji Ash here, and it seems like they're just going to try to go for a pretty good engage. Southern Miss is not capped the point yet, and Western Kentucky currently has 40%. They need to do something here if they want to get onto the control.
Western Kentucky also really close to everyone's ults for that defense. I mean, it's not looking good, very good here for Southern Miss, but I'm sure that they'll be able to make a play.
Yes. It seems like we're getting close to an ult here from our Orisa. It could pop at any point now since our Orisa is on site. As I can see, it's popped, killing the Juno.
That Juno.
Good engage. Everybody's just coming in and fighting. We get a May ult here. It does get Say JJ. He is down. Our tank is down, and so is Brig. And unfortunately, our Starkey's down as well. Ash. Southern Miss getting wiped.
Wow.
The team kill out of Western Kentucky.
That was crazy. It almost worked out. If they could have gotten the kill on that Brig, I think they could have had that.
Unfortunately, with both of our tanks going down, it did just set in stone that Southern Miss wouldn't survive that. We're getting a May walled off, but May walling off our St. JJ. We're coming in with a mass ult. Oh my God, from Western Kentucky, killing 4 of our players. Only Genji is alive, and he is trying to get onto the point, but dies. Second map going to Western Kentucky.
Wow.
Or not map, second game, I would say.
Round? Yeah.
Second round. Second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. That's the word I'm trying to look for. Round 2, see?
Yep.
So we are going into round 3. This round concludes this map. So Southern Miss, if they want to win this, They gotta be a little bit more aggressive. But Western Kentucky is also being super aggressive here and proving that they can get around here.
Western Kentucky every single time has claimed that point first, which puts them in a clear advantage for that defense.
That's not a bad thing, I would say, getting the map first, because it does give the team a chance to go in for an engage and then cap the point after that and get them off. But let's see what happens here. We're on the first map that we played in earlier. We're getting JJ right into it, fighting the Orisa and the Brig on the other team. Ghosty killing our Juno, and our Brig is down. So is our Genji. We only have 2 people up. St. JJ taking a lot of damage. St. JJ is down. Starkey going down very soon. Falling off the map.
Yep.
So the first map, or the first collection, first capturing going to Western Kentucky here.
Kentucky yet again.
Southern Miss grouping up, trying to go in for an engage. They're trying to get a little bit of damage to prevent Western Kentucky from doing a lot of damage to them.
Western Kentucky every single time has targeted that Juno, taking her out, and Southern Miss really hasn't had any healer besides, I think it was Brig?
Yes.
Brig.
Our Orisa got walled off on Southern Miss. They're trying to kill the Orisa, get the takedown, but it seems like there's just too much healing happening here. St. JJ is down, and it looks like one of our team is fine currently. A lot of healing happening here for Southern Miss. They're just trying to get the Orisa down for Western Kentucky, but it's not happening. The entire team is wiped off. 41% for Western Kentucky here.
Yeah, I mean, it is not going too well for Southern Miss right now. They keep getting wiped. You know, that May.
Yeah.
Western Kentucky's doing an amazing job at blocking off that Orisa.
Yes. They just need a good engage here, and with Starkey, like as you said, going into the May, it might just be good. We get an ult here from the other team. Western Kentucky's May here. It might do something. Juno is down for Southern Miss. Brig not falling behind. They have no supports. They need to back up, but they have to do something since they're at 71%. JJ falling down, and so does Starkey.
Or Genji going back, waiting for his team. They really can't do anything.
Yes, we're seeing St. JJ going over to the Diva, and we have an ult from the Juno on Southern Miss. They could have a really good engage here, but I think Genji also needs to pick up his ultimate before they do anything, before they go in for a good engage. But we've seen Southern Miss come back out of 99% with Western Kentucky. This is possible.
Juno pops the ult. Genji got the ult. Could not use it.
Southern Miss is falling quickly, and it's not looking good. St. JJ coming out of the robot and dying. Western Kentucky, I think, getting the first game here.
Man.
Yes. 1-2. Western Kentucky University wins the first map.
Yeah.
Great play out of both teams. It's unfortunate with the ping. I will say that. It's very unfortunate that because of the ping, they had to start over the map. But, hey, things happen, you know?
Yeah.
I know our team is a little bit disappointed because of that, but there are 2 other maps to play. It is a best of 3, so they can win the next map, which is hybrid. I don't know the map just yet because I think they pick it. If I'm not mistaken, loser picks. Yes. So loser picks, and then so they get to pick their map here, probably whatever they're comfortable on. And if they win that one, then we go to the game 3. So this is not over yet.
No. I mean, they both teams played beautiful. Western Kentucky played an amazing defense. Right?
Yes, the last round was beautiful out of Western Kentucky. You could see that they were playing really hard on that engage. Southern Miss was trying their hardest. You could see as they were trying to adapt to the changes that Western Kentucky were putting on to them. You saw St. JJ switch off the Orisa into the Diva. That would have been really good, but there was a limited amount of percentage and a limited amount of time for them. I don't know the breaks they're taking. I don't know if we can go into an intermission for a couple seconds. Sure, we're going into an intermission, so we'll be right back for game 2, map 2. We are back and we are on Eichenwald. This is a hybrid, so this is where you have to defend the point and prevent the other team from getting the payload and pushing the payload.
Yeah, it looks like Southern Miss is running about the same comp, same thing with Western Kentucky, with both teams playing
There it is.
Arissa, May, Ash, Juno, Brig for Western Kentucky. For Southern Miss, it is Arissa, Ash, Genji, Juno, and Brig.
Wow, you learn these characters
I
fast.
thank you. What can I say?
I'm so bad at character names. It takes me a long time to remember a character name. But Southern Miss is attacking here, and Western Kentucky is defending. So in competitive play, you have to, there's like a certain amount of time that you have, and you have a certain amount of percentage. And then when your time runs out, then it switches sides.
Okay, I see.
Yes, you'll see it more whenever we get into it. But here we are, Southern Miss is having a hard time getting onto the push or get onto the objective. See what we can do here. They're just huddled up into a corner, waiting for a good point. They're engaging now with a hard engage, getting the May off. Now they're gonna try to get someone else. The Arissa killing our Brig. Now we have to get this Arissa. Can we do some type of damage here? Pushing the Arissa back. We're getting stunned. St. JJ trying to do something here. Starkey getting attacked by the Arissa and dying. So is the Juno killing off of our Genji.
Man. Southern Miss takes them both off. Starkey switches into May. You know, trying to see, because I think that May comp would work really well in this map.
Ooh, did you see that?
Spear.
What a spear, and Noodle killing off that Genji. That was just a great combo right there out of Western Kentucky. Southern Miss having a hard time getting around this corner and pushing. St. JJ is trying to have a timed attack here, but here's a wall off from Southern Miss. Arissa getting hit, but pushing as hard as they can. We have an Arissa hole here from Western Kentucky and killing our Juno, but dying by the Genji.
Man.
We're getting Arissa ult here off of Southern Miss, killing nobody, but we do get a couple of picks off. Beautiful. 5-player streak out of St. JJ and a team kill out of USM.
Yeah. Hey, finally capturing that payload. What a push.
Yes.
Right when that tank fell.
Now it's time to push it, and as you can see, they just got to push it a certain amount of meters. So they did get 1 point, so once you capture it, you get a point.
Okay.
But if you get it all the way to over by this orange diamond here, they get 2 points.
Okay. And
So every diamond they hit, it's 1. It's the most amount of points. So when they switch sides, you'll see.
gotcha. I see.
So here we are trying to push this point here. Someone needs to stay on the payload to prevent it, but we also are fighting here. Seems like a lot is happening.
Bob from Ash there, the little ult. Western Kentucky, everyone but the Arissa has their ult. Ash popped the Bob ult. Already gone. Looks like we have a Juno lost from Southern Miss.
Chasing the Arissa down. We're getting a May wall. They're 1 HP, I'm hearing. But this payload is currently moving. And now not anymore. No one's on the payload. We're trying to get something here. USM is currently surviving this. It's like flipped in my head now. So Western Kentucky is down. USM is pushing this payload. I don't know if I'm correct by this. I think someone has to fact check me on this, but the more people on the payload, the faster it moves.
That would make sense about the number and how the arrows increase with the...
Yes, I think that probably is correct then.
Right. May and Genji holding their ults right now. Juno and May. May down for Western Kentucky.
Oh!
Brig down. Looks like they're gonna take out that Juno.
Juno falling off the map. We getting an ult out of here from Genji from Southern Miss. Team kill again. We're about to get to the first checkpoint in Escort.
Yep.
Here it is, first checkpoint. As you can see, they got another point, USM. So now they need to make it the rest of the way to get to 3 points and to go into the next round.
Yes.
We have an ult here from almost everyone on Southern Miss besides Brig and Ash. 2, almost 3 on this. Oh wait, that's Western Kentucky.
Yep.
I'm so flipped, so flipped.
Okay.
We're getting a May ult here out from Western Kentucky. Freezing a couple of people, but we're getting an ult out of St. JJ. Killing one. Starkey killing Brig. Wow.
Arissa down for Western Kentucky.
Getting Bob.
Wow.
Here we go. They're just pushing them straight into their spawn.
Hey.
They need to back up here because if they keep pushing them too hard and the rest of Western Kentucky comes up, this could be a team wipe.
May down.
So are pushing this point. We get a Juno ult outside of Western Kentucky. Brig is down from Western Kentucky. There's a lot of attacking here. Brig. Arissa needs to die. Oh my gosh.
May, Genji, and Brig. It's. Oh my gosh.
Southern Miss getting round 1 complete with 3 points. And you can kind of see right here, time remaining. They go into their next half whenever they have 2 minutes and 55 seconds. That will make more sense later. This is kind of complicated in competitive play. But look, it's now switching sides. So Western Kentucky is going to be attacking and Southern Miss has to defend. I love this little whoa.
Does the payload change for each of the different maps?
Yes, the payload
that
looks
is
different,
so
yes.
cool.
There's one payload that I know of that's straight up just like a fire truck. Isn't that kind of cool?
Bro.
Yes. We're getting some great B-roll here from our production team. I love it. But as I said, Southern Miss is going to be defending now. Don't let the thing at the top fool you. They have to defend. They have, I think, 4 minutes to defend the point without it being capped by Western Kentucky. But we'll see what happens as this round goes. We have 20 seconds until the round starts. It seems like the comps are not changing. Besides, Western Kentucky is switching over to the Moira for a healer.
Whoa. That is different.
That is different, but Moira is actually pretty good on this map. My personal opinion. Oh, back to the Brig.
Switch back.
They heard me talk and they were like, no, I'm gonna switch back.
Isn't she silver? Maybe.
Isn't she silver one? Maybe I shouldn't listen to her. So here we are, Southern Miss defending. We're getting a TP out of Western Kentucky. They are straight onto the point, straight into a fight. Symmetra down on Western Kentucky. We're getting Noodle very close to it. Dead.
May gone for Southern Miss too.
Off the map.
Down for Western Kentucky.
Wow. Really good engage out of Western Kentucky, but Southern Miss was able to defend that and push people off. Really good from them.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play this really well. I mean,
They're gonna have to team up to get onto this point here.
So far, they're doing really good. Taking down that Juno really early on and that Brig. Let's see if Western Kentucky goes back to this.
Oh my goodness.
Juno. Brig down for Western Kentucky. Juno down for Western Kentucky. Out of supports.
We are also down 1 support and down 2 DPSs. This could be quite dangerous if St. JJ goes down. It is almost. They are capturing the point 50%. It seems like Western Kentucky is going to capture this.
Yep. They got it.
They got it. Now they got to push this payload.
Let's see how they do. Something. Yeah. Western Kentucky. No one's near ults. Looks like we have a swap to Widowmaker.
Yeah, that's a very interesting pick, but hey, like there's some high spots on this map. It's kind of good with Widow.
Especially if they hit their headshots. They're gonna go crazy.
Juno down on Southern Miss. Brig falling right behind. Brig on the other team from Western Kentucky is also down. Wow, that was an interesting flick there.
Tried it.
But St. JJ and Starkey and Hilt Smash is also down for Southern Miss. They are trying to stop this payload, but Western Kentucky is doing their hardest right now.
Looks like Hilt changed into Genji yet again. Trying to get anything. Starkey and Steezy, or Steve,
Oh no.
have their ults right now.
That would have been very dangerous if that Widow got that kill off of that May. Going straight for the
Going down for Western Kentucky.
Going straight for the May from Western Kentucky as well. 2 people are down. 3 ults for Western Kentucky, 1 for Southern Miss. Another one about to be up for our Juno. They have currently stopped the payload in its tracks.
Yeah. And
Now
it's pushing back a little bit.
yes, if someone is on the other team is on the payload, they can push it back, but it doesn't push back a lot. It's a very slow pushback.
So it really isn't that worth it to push it.
It's kind of not worth it, but some people do it just so they can get a little bit of advantage. It looks like no one is on it right now,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Brig ult popped. Brig dead for Western Kentucky. Widowmaker's ult was also popped. Juno and May and Orisa down for Western Kentucky.
Very good. It's hard to get a team kill when there is a Widow, as she does like to just roam and stay on top of things. But that's why there's a Genji. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Genji just goes and finds Widows and just like gets them and attacks them.
He does have really good movement, able to get into those high spots that Widow has with his katana.
We gotta switch to a Farah, and Farah, I can't remember her name for the life of me, but she is currently down. Stopping the payload is currently contested. We're getting an ult out of St. JJ, killing the Brig, and Hilt Smash killing the Juno on the other team. Starkey getting Noodle. It is a clean wipe with their tank falling off the map.
Wow. Beautiful gameplay right here from Southern Miss.
Southern Miss has to hold off for another 2 minutes.
Hey, so far they've done good. I mean, they held it off. It's 5 minutes and 10 seconds when they got the payload. They've held it off for 3 minutes so far.
Yeah, they can keep doing this. Southern Miss is getting close to getting some ults. They just need to take a little bit more damage. Western Kentucky getting close to getting an Orisa ult here. This could be game changer. Fighting the Orisa.
May down for Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky popping an Orisa ult, not doing much. Starkey getting the Juno. The Orisa getting the Genji, and Starkey getting the Farah. Can't remember her name. I apologize. Orisa killing Starkey.
Orisa so close to down.
Yeah.
Kentucky just not able to deal that DPS to get.
They do need to back off and get to the point and defend it as much as they can. Stop the payload. There's 3 people on it, so it is currently moving.
Juno and Brig for Western Kentucky both have their ults. May has the ult for Southern Miss. Looks like Juno popped their ult for both teams.
Both sides.
Brig also popped their ult with a May ult
from
pop.
Starkey. The Widow on the side of Western Kentucky doing a little bit of damage, killing St. JJ. Juno killing Brig. Noodle killing another one. This is a lot of kills here. Starkey currently in an ice cube, walling himself off. Oh my, that was a really interesting move out of Starkey there.
Hey, it worked out for him. Still alive, able to get that heals from the Brig.
Yeah.
Back, Orisa down for Western Kentucky, able to take that kill off.
We're currently the payload is not moving anymore, and Western Kentucky does have to back off because they need to group up.
Yeah, Widowmaker almost down, healed up by that Juno. Orisa and the Farah both have their ults for Western Kentucky. Also, the Orisa for Southern Miss has the ult.
Farah is down by St. JJ. I was so locked in, I was just hearing him like scream Farah from across the room. It's quite funny. Starkey killing the Juno. Genji getting a double with Brig and Orisa.
Team kill.
Team kill. USM winning that round.
What a game.
We won that game. Some good moves out of them.
Very good.
St. JJ getting the play of the game. Oh my goodness, so much happened here today.
The using their ult.
Probably the biggest parts out of it.
Get that whole team wipe right there for that Orisa.
Wow, a lot of stuff happened. What do you think of that map?
I thought it was beautiful. I mean, they utilized everything so well, especially that play for the May at the very end there. Using her wall to block herself off so that the brick can get to her to heal her back to full health.
It pushed the tank, the Orisa, up on the wall, so it kind of just like threw the tank off. So it was just like, wait, like where am I for a second? It blocked Starkey off, but Starkey was able to get off, like you said, and get healed. So that was an interesting move from Starkey, but it helped him out.
Worked out.
It helped him out.
Hey.
There was that surprise Widow pick.
Yeah, I mean, out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. I didn't think a Widow pick would have been picked, but hey, there was Widow.
That Widow also went for some interesting plays, grappling up into the sky to try and snipe off the Juno.
You see that a lot. A lot of times when Widow like players are practicing, they go into like this like Widow training map, and it's just them like grappling and try to like aim train. It's a little impressive seeing them do it.
Okay.
There was just a lot happening. Yes, we're good. Shambali? I'll just say Shambali Monastery. Shambali Monastery Escort. Escort is just pushing a payload. So
Yeah.
so it's not like hybrid, where it's you have to gain the objective and then push the payload. It's just straight up you push the payload. The payload is like as soon as you are defending or it's actually attacking. As you're attacking, the payload is in front of your spawn, and then you just push it. So the other team that's defending walks across the map at the beginning of the round and has to prevent you from getting to the payload. A lot of the times you'll see a lot of like spawn kills because like the spawn is literally right in front of the payload. But we'll see. I do know Shambali. Yep. I've played this map a couple of times. So all of these maps I think are currently competitive or in the competitive pool, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a cool little payload right there.
I love the payloads. They get really creative.
Dude, I did not know they had that. I played a lot of, I forget what the game was. It was a very unpopular, like Overwatch-esque game. But the payload was just a pile of logs on some rockets.
Oh, that was one of them. That's one of them on here. I think so. It
Interesting.
was probably an old one. Southern Miss with the same comp. Western Kentucky having the Widow come back out. And the Symmetra. Hey,
Interesting. Trying
it's
to change
interesting
it
to
up
see.
here.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the Widow here.
And their Southern Miss is back to the blue side.
Southern Miss, yes, we're switching. No. Southern Miss is defending the payload, and Western Kentucky has to attack and push this payload. So let's see. Oh wow, the Widow is right locked in on Saint JJ right now.
Waving.
Yep. See what I mean by like spawn camping? Yeah.
Yes, I see. Interesting.
Yes, this is quite fun. We're getting a little bit of a push here from Western Kentucky. Southern Miss is backed up a little bit so they can get a nice, interesting team fight here. But it seems like they're just trying to get a pick off as much as they can for now.
Yeah, now this works similar to the way that hybrid works, where they both get a turn to do attack and defense, correct?
Yes. They have a certain amount of time to push the payload, and they get points at each objective or at each, the little spots on the map. They get a point every time they hit one of those. And
Kentucky.
yes.
Genji also down for Southern Miss. Holding Western Kentucky where they're at, they really don't need to push them back.
The Widow. St. JJ pushing the people back and killing the Orisa. Oh my gosh.
Jinx.
No. Don't know what you're talking about. Starkey getting a double kill right there. Wow, Southern Miss is really holding off this payload right now. It has moved up a bit, and you can see actually when no one is even on the payload, it just moves back on its own.
Yes.
It doesn't move much, as you can see. It like moves maybe like an inch.
Yeah.
But here we go. Western Kentucky trying to go back in for another fight here. We're gonna try to get a May wall off. It seems like from Starkey, cutting off the tank. Getting the brig, she is down. Noodle killing the brig on our team. We're getting an ult from St. JJ. Not doing much here. Noodle, I thought Oh wait, that's just the same thing. They're just fighting in a little room. They're fighting in a room right now. We're getting Starkey turning in a little ice cube, preventing the other team from killing him. We get a Juno ult from the side of Southern Miss. We're trying to get something here. Oh my, an ult from Western Kentucky. There's a lot happening.
Western Kentucky popping that Brig ult, holding on to that Juno ult. Southern Miss gains a Brig and has that May ult just in case. The tank goes down for Southern Miss, Genji goes down, Brig goes down.
Western Kentucky can now push this point here, push this payload.
That payload pushed very far backwards.
Southern Miss is waiting to group up here, as you can see. They're trying to get a good push here to prevent Western Kentucky from gaining a point and getting to the first objective. This is very, very important for Southern Miss to stop this.
Southern Miss having 3 ults right now for the Mei, Genji, and Brig. Brig pops their ult, trying to do something, aiming for the tank. Not able to do too much damage.
Oh wow, they're pushing them back pretty hard here as we're getting a Genji ult killing the Brig. Seems like we're also going to be killing the Mei on the other team, and the Brig is killing Noodle, the Ashe, and then the Genji killing the tank and Juno.
Is that the play of the game?
Possibly.
I'm gonna call it.
You're calling it?
I'm calling it.
But hey, Southern Miss getting the payload back.
30 seconds left for Western Kentucky. They haven't even got it to that first point.
They have not gotten it yet, so Southern Miss has to hold this off for another 30 seconds and contest it as hard as they can. And it seems like Western Kentucky is coming in for an engage again. There's only 2 ults on the side of Southern Miss, and they're close to getting some for Western Kentucky.
Pops an ult. Orisa pops an ult. May pops an ult for Western Kentucky.
Oh no, this seems not super good as 4 people are down for Southern Miss, and Juno is just hiding up in a little corner getting walled off by May from Western Kentucky. They were so close, but the point was taken by Western, and now they just gotta keep pushing it. Southern Miss
Push from Western Kentucky to take that first point.
They were at a very high advantage, Western Kentucky, because of the fact that they had a high percentage of their ultimates. They were just ready to push and ready to do what they could.
Yeah. I mean, beautiful. Saving those ults, using that May ult when they needed it most to take out the Orisa. Working really well. Juno ult pop for Southern Miss. Orisa and Brig has their ult for Western Kentucky, just holding on to it right now. Juno down for Western Kentucky, May down for Western Kentucky, Brig down for Western Kentucky. Targeting the Osiris.
Osiris.
Sorry.
Orisa?
Orisa. I'm just like.
Ashe? Oh, I got. What is happening here? What is happening? What was that about? Oh.
So just making sure
They're just making sure. Got you. That was. I thought that was just like. I don't know. Okay. So we're gonna have another fight here as we see an ult here from the Orisa on the side of Western Kentucky. Genji down for Southern Miss.
May ult pop, Brig down for Western Kentucky.
Starkey gonna get double.
What is happening?
Kareem from Starkey. From what we learned from the Overwatch player, they're preventing to killing this person, so they like wait to respawn in.
Stalling the respawn.
Stalling the respawn. That is, I've never seen that before, so that's very new to me. But I kind of understand why they're doing it. I won't lie.
Orisa and Genji holding their ults for Southern Miss. Juno holding their ult for Western Kentucky. May and is it Ashe very close to their ults right now for Western Kentucky?
There's 11 seconds remaining. They have to push if they want to get to the next checkpoint in this payload.
Genji ult popped for Southern Miss.
St. JJ getting Ashe, Brig getting the R Brig. We're gonna get an ult out of here from St. JJ, not doing a lot of, not killing anyone, I should say. Probably did a lot. We're getting a Genji kill onto the May. Briggs killing the Genji and St. JJ killing the Brig. They're on overtime. They need to get this team down. They need to get this Orisa off the point. A lot on stake. Just as you heard, get on the point. Killing the Tracer.
Done.
Round 1 complete. Hi, hi, Sombra. You can see that they traded to get on that point so quickly by going to Sombra and Tracer as they're quick and they can get there fast. That was an interesting, it's an interesting move out of Western Kentucky, but they just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah. Wow.
I feel like we say Western Kentucky a lot. But hey, like, we just gotta clarify. I apologize. Count how many times we say Western Kentucky and Southern Miss. Look at this B-roll. I love it.
Interesting. No Bastion.
Bastion's not really comp.
Man, I miss me some Bastion.
Bastion's some fun. So now Western Kentucky is going to be defending while Southern Miss pushes and attacks here. They need to do better. They need to get 2 points, I think.
To do better.
I think that was kind of mean for me to say. I didn't really mean that. I mean, they just need to get more points than Western Kentucky to win this map and to win this like whole series. Yeah. As we know, it is 1-1 Southern Miss Western Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, interesting lineup for Southern Miss here. A Widowmaker and a, was it Zenyatta?
Zenyatta.
It was close.
So we are seeing 2 different people here for Southern. I guess Widow is common here? I'm not really sure. Oh, they're close to the spawn of Southern Miss. Starkey getting the Juno.
Rig gone.
What was that? Okay, the support's down.
Holy.
Out of all of the teams at Southern Miss, Overwatch is the loudest.
Yes. No, it sounds like it.
Yes.
They are hyped.
They are hyped. They want to win this. They are currently pushing the payload as Western Kentucky has to group up and push together.
Oh, and they are doing really good at this. I mean, Southern Miss holding them back. Orisa on Orisa action right here. Genji down for Southern Miss.
Seems like the Widow on the other side of Western Kentucky are trying to get some picks off, but can't find anybody. St. JJ in the midst of a battle, a heated battle, getting the Juno. Noodle get 3 kills from the side of Western Kentucky. The only people alive, the only person alive, I should say, is now Genji.
Yep. Genji trying to hold off just for a little while longer. Running back to his team to regroup. A Widowmaker for Western Kentucky apparently died somewhere during that interaction.
I don't know where, but we do see that we're switching off of the Widow and back into May. I don't know. I think we got our Juno back. Did we have Zenyatta that round? I'm not sure.
I do not think so, but it seems as if Noodle switched.
They're trying to get the May here. She's very low, but she healed so quickly. She ulted. They're trying to kill the Orisa. So much happening. Getting May walled off. St. JJ has his ultimate.
Cannot get it.
Ulting now. Not getting anybody.
Man, Orisa's so far from her team.
I'm pretty sure they're trying to kill the Orisa here if anyone is not hearing that. Just kill the Orisa.
Trying to take this Orisa down to no avail.
Yes. This Orisa is healing a lot because of that Juno ult. They just need to get the Orisa down, and St. JJ finally does it. The wall is up from May. They're trying to get to push this so hard. Brig is so low.
May down for Southern Miss, Ash down for Western Kentucky. Trying to kill as many people as they can.
There's so much happening.
Goes down.
Genji is so low and getting killed.
Genji wanted that.
As you can see, Southern Miss getting the first checkpoint of the payload, and they're continuing to push. Genji needs to come back and join this fight because they are at a little bit of a disadvantage. No, I lie. There's 2 people on the spawn for Western Kentucky. They're at an advantage here.
Ash with the ult for Western Kentucky. Orisa for Western Kentucky almost having their ult. The only ones close for their ult for Southern Miss. Juno actually just got their ult for Southern Miss. Let's see.
We're getting a bob out of Ash. JJ is walled off. He needs heals bad, but eyes from Bob. Juno is down 2. So is Starkey. But Brig does get the other Brig.
Yeah, hey. Brig gone for Southern Miss, though. Genji backing up. Genji and Juno for Southern Miss both holding their ults. Orisa and Brig for Western Kentucky having their ults, with the Juno about to have their ult.
A really good push here is what Southern Miss needs. They are so close to the whole team having an ultimate. This could be a really big fight coming up.
Yeah, and they just need to get to the second point to win this game. So close to.
Oh,
Genji down.
2 people down.
Juno popped ults. Let's see, Southern Miss, Orisa popped their ult. Could not.
We're getting Orisa so close. JJ down, Starkey down. They need to back up. This is a little bit of a disadvantage now here, Southern Miss. We just used 4 ultimates and it didn't get them anywhere. So this is. They need to group up and they need to have a timed attack here if they want to fight.
I mean, May having their ult for Western Kentucky, Brig the only one having their ult for Southern Miss. It's gonna be a really close fight, you know. Who knows what can happen.
The May ult for Western Kentucky might really set here as it is being set off and getting the Genji down.
Brig gone, May gone.
They're attacking the Juno right now, trying to get her down. She's so low. They're walling off the Orisa for side of Western Kentucky. There's this easy push. They just need to get these 2 people down. 1, 2. Let's go, Starkey!
Starkey.
I don't know if you heard that. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but that was really good. So close, the payload. The side of Western Kentucky is coming to stop this payload from hitting this checkpoint. Southern Miss winning their 3rd game. Oh my God, they are loud. Play of the game going to Hilt Smash Genji.
Hey, I called it.
You did call. Is it the one that you're? Yes.
It is that one.
It's there. It is. Play of the game.
As a non-Overwatch player, I would just like to say,
look at that. It was 5.
wow.
What a eccentric. What a happy night for these players.
Our Overwatch team is undefeated yet again.
Seems like we're getting a post-game interview out of Starkey here.
Let's see.
Come on, Starkey.
Are we?
It seems like he doesn't want to do it, which is totally reasonable here. But oh my God. Southern Miss, they won the first map initially, but then they had to redo it. So what map then went to Western Kentucky. Second map then going to Southern Miss. It was very close. Not really. It was 3-1.
4-1.
4-1. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't write down the scores. And then the second map going to Southern Miss as it was 2-1. So hey, I do feel for these guys as they did win the first map, but they had to run it back. Which hey, it was a mutual agreement, so can't really fight about it. But I'm assuming they're feeling good right now after this win.
Hey, I'm feeling good. That was such an amazing game for both teams.
It's so how do I describe it? It's so fulfilling to see these boys play. I watched them play last year, and every time they got a kill, it was always screaming, hollering. They repeat the exact same words when they want something done. I don't know if you could pick up the stuff on our mic. I don't know if you heard it, but it was loud. It was really loud.
We're hooting and hollering the entire time.
At like certain points, I don't know if I just stopped talking and I was just listening to them talk. It genuinely, it's mesmerizing when they just say, get a wrist, I get a wrist, I get a wrist, I get a wrist, over and over. Juno. But hey,
We're gonna pull Stocky for an interview. I think he does it.
I'll do it. So we're going to pull Starkey in for an interview. Starkey.
Hello. It is so good to be back.
How did you feel about that game?
I am so enthusiastic. The blood is almost drained from my body. My team player just speared their Arisa at a blizzard, and she was frozen. The freest kill of my lifetime. I've had golf shots that were teed up. I would literally, as soon as he speared her out of it, I actually, my hands were shaking. I literally went white. It was terrifying.
It was terrifying?
I was scared.
Yeah.
We just are better, so,
You're better, I hear.
Yeah, we didn't even, we only lost that game because we let them redo it, even though we were playing on the same ping, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, I do feel for you guys because you won that first game so well.
Yep, I'm reporting it as a 2-0.
Oh.
We can deal with I'll deal with the people if they contest that, but we won 2-0.
So how is your whole team feeling? How are you guys feeling?
I don't know.
Good?
Yeah.
I don't know if that got picked up, but they're saying yeah.
Those were some crazy. We love getting picked at the start there. I was really, I felt a little worried at the start there. I think, we played against better teams and done better against better teams, but we had a rough start. But I think we, our communication and our teamwork to come back, even though we were trolling quite a bit.
I could tell.
Points, yeah.
Yeah, I could tell.
Quite a bit, yeah, but we got it together.
That's good. I was having a great time watching you guys. All of you screaming at your monitors the exact same word over and over again was really funny.
Yep, that's always super fun in Overwatch. People saying the same character name again.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite point of the game?
Favorite point of the game? That's hard. I would say, probably just the end there.
The end?
It was such high in emotion because it was already, we technically already won at the very end, but then JJ hit the greatest spear of his lifetime.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, I will never be, It was six. I don't think it's even true. I think it's less than 6.
Yeah.
But that was
He's pulling it up.
That was funny. But yeah, I think that last point was pretty, high in emotion, pretty enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's get Taco come back in.
Come here, Taco.
Starkey, do you want to conclude the stream for us?
I do. I have a quick thank you to some people who are watching. I want to say hi to Mom Stark. Hello, Lori. I love you, Mom.
Hello,
Dad,
parents.
I love you, Dad. Hello, Angela. I love you, Angela. Hello, Tris. I love you, Tris. Hello, Bennett. I love you, Bennett. Tommy, I love you, Tommy. Hello, Jack. I love you, Jack. I love everybody who's watching. I love every single one of you so much. I love being an eagle. I love flying. I love feathers. I love black and gold. I love winning. I love Overwatch. This is so fun. I can't wait to see you guys. And the next time, I love you. And eagles. Fly! He was talking about Overwatch.
Okay. That's all. I don't think we have anything else to say to that, but
I don't think we can say anything.
there's nothing else we can say to that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow us on all of our social medias, USM Esports on Twitter and Southern Miss Esports on every other platform, including Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Southern Miss,
To the top.
good night, everyone.